Hi, this is Norma, and I'm so glad you have joined us for another episode of Be Authentic. And as usual, I have some powerful guests, and today is no exception. I'm really happy today that I get a chance to interview someone that I've known for several years, if not a couple decades even, but really never got the chance to really know well. So I'm just really getting to know her. So I'll learn a little bit more about her today, as you will too. So please welcome Crystal Mitchell. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Norma. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you too. Let me tell my audience a little bit about you and then you can share
Okay.
more.
All
So
right.
I met Crystal at a company called Recycling Black Dollars. That's out here in Los Angeles, which is the focus of helping small businesses that are African American to get together and support each other and create more success. She's now the co-director of that organization. She's also an accountant, and she has her own radio show that I have been privileged to be a guest on. So I'll let her tell you a little bit more about that. And while you're doing, tell us how you got started and maybe what you wish you had known then that you know now.
Oh, okay. Well, as you said, I'm an accountant with a creative side. And I actually now call myself more of a forensic
Hmm.
financial strategist. I think that's what I am. Of course, I use the tools, but I
Mhm.
really come in and I do a lot of troubleshooting. And that troubleshooting is to make sure that your business is running from a financial standpoint in the most optimum position that it can be in.
So you mean if it's almost dead, you revive it? Is that kind of what the forensic refers
Well, I at
to?
least tell you how you can revive it, where the money needs to
Okay.
come from, and if you need to do some tweaking and some readjusting, yeah, I can do that. So that's
Those
kind
are
of
good
what I
tools.
do. Here we go again.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah, those are great tools.
Mhm.
And then I guess what I would like to, 30 years later, 30 years into my business, I
Mhm.
guess, I'm a third generation entrepreneur. And
Mm.
I learned some really early on, some really amazing skills to help grow my business. But when you're an entrepreneur, you're kind of a lone ranger.
Yeah, it's true. No matter what generation you're in, huh?
What direction you're in. So maybe before I really got started, maybe acquiring or moving, finding some people that were of the same mindset that I was in might have
Mhm.
been something I might have done differently.
Well, that's really important and impressive. But I'm impressed that you're third generation because that means that you came from a household that had the mindset of independence and fulfilling your dreams and not just taking a job for the purpose of that. But I imagine you and your family members all kind of followed your passion. Is that how you got into accounting, or was
Yeah,
it certain gifts you had that caused you to go that way?
certain gifts that I had, but my entire family, my grandfather, he was a caterer, he was a minister, he owned a grocery store, and he made amazing barbecue. And my grandmother sewed quilts and sold them. My mom was into making. Everybody was tailor, and so my
Uh-huh.
mom would make suits and wedding dresses and you name it. And my uncle made robes, and my aunt was in the drapery business. So that's kind of where we were.
Wow. So I imagine that was good foundation for you and your grandfather. Sounds like he understood what multiple streams of income meant. So that's really a good
Yeah,
thing. I thought it was a new term in our generation, but that's not so. It's been three generations out at least.
he had 13 children.
Oh, well, I guess he needed multiple streams of income then.
Yeah, he needed multiple streams of income to take care of his 13, and all of them went to college.
Oh, that's
Um,
wonderful.
yeah,
Wonderful.
all of them went to college. My mom was the very first, and she also did hair, and she was the very first hairdresser in the Black community or African American community. My grandfather helped set her
Right.
up in shop in Memphis, Tennessee. So yeah, it came from a long line of individuals that just lived a dream. It was passionate, was creative. My mom and I had a business together, and here's a little fun tip. I had my first business was a matchmaking service. It was called Colorful Connections. So it
Ooh.
was all about partying and having fun and matching people up. We were the power romance brokers.
That sounds nice. That was fun, huh? I bet.
Yeah, that was fun. So and I did it because I was trying to find my own man. So I figured if I brought them all together, I could hand pick.
But did it work?
Yeah, it did. It didn't during that time. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, that's good. It's all for certain times. I understand that. So let me ask you
Yeah.
this. What would you say was the greatest thing you learned from your family of entrepreneurs that has been advantageous for your entrepreneurial growth?
The greatest thing I think I learned from my family was, being able to seek out opportunity and then taking that opportunity and creating it into an income making vehicle. And every one of them did that. They sold for a hobby. That was their passion. They absolutely loved it. But then they're like, wait a minute, we can make some money. My grandfather was an incredible, from what I hear, and I've had the barbecue sauce recipe has traveled through the generations, and I hear he was an amazing could make some amazing ribs, but
Mm.
he sold that to the community. So in Alabama, a unique situation, and my grandmother put together anything, quilts, sold fruit, you name it. So just being able to take an opportunity, see an opportunity, and take that opportunity and create a business out of it. I
You know,
guess that
that's
was.
that's a great mindset. One of the things I've learned in life is that, your thoughts create your reality. And so many of us, all of us come into the earth and to the planet and to our families or whatever and we learn certain mindsets. We grow up
Yes.
with them. And the
Yeah.
hardest thing in becoming an entrepreneur or anything in success in life is having to change your mindset to something else. Because it's, what, I need to change. I got to change, transform.
Right.
But it's very difficult to do. So that's a great advantage that you have had over the long run. So I guess that's why you've been so successful. So,
Yeah.
and do
And
you call
I
yourself more in
contribute
a, I'm sorry, go ahead. Please go ahead.
easily.
I'm saying again, you contribute easily. What'd you say? Oh, you froze up again. Goodness. All right. Are
I'm
you there
sorry.
with us, Crystal? Yeah, you froze up
Yeah,
again, unfortunately. So,
I am.
yeah, but we're going to make this work anyway, big time.
Okay.
So, I want to ask you another question, two questions. Number one,
Okay.
what do you see yourself as? An accountant, a talk show host, a financial advisor with RBD, or what do you when someone says, who is Crystal Mitchell, or what do you do? I mean, what's your first answer?
Now I think my journey is speaker and talk show host. I think
Oh,
that's
cool.
where I'm heading.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like that.
that's where
Very
I'm
good.
heading
Very
with it. Yeah. I think um, as an educator or someone that educates their clients, I think that I have a bigger voice act, and in that impact, I can speaking and as a talk show host, I can reach far more people than the individual clients, and I think that's where I am right now as my purpose on this planet.
Well, that's good. That's going to take my last question. I ask all my guests before we leave is, what's your big why? We all have to have. We know that we get success in life when we have a drive within us that inspires us and moves us forward to something. So, and that usually is our why. So why we do what we do. So in the bigger scheme of things, what's the deep down reason why you choose to be a talk show host and speaker?
I believe I have a message, and I've been told that I'm a people collector, and that a Pied Piper. A good friend of mine tells me I'm a Pied Piper, and so people hear and listen to me, and I hope I give sound advice and or at least direction. And so I think my powerful why is. We all have a gift, and God has us here for a reason for being on this planet. And I think my purpose now is to deliver a message. He's using me as a vehicle to deliver a message. But at the same time, I think one should enjoy what they do. And I enjoy talking, and I enjoy people. I love my people. And and I love kids. And that's a space that I've been working in the last 15 years, actually most of all my life, is helping kids, because I think that our future is our young people. And so
Yeah.
right now my message is to help them
Well, looks like we had a snafu. We've had some challenges with Crystal's webinar before with working with her, and she's had some unstable issues with her computer. However, you did get a chance to hear her and to hear her story and to see her beautiful face, smiling face, and to understand about thoughts and messages and your why. I hope you picked up something important from your conversation and listening to Crystal. Thank you so much, Crystal. I'm sure we'll do this again sometime soon and make it work that time. But thank you. I appreciate you and all of you for being a guest on Be Authentic. I'll see you on the next edition. Take care. Stay safe.